Hello, welcome to my channel and this video. This is a reading called How Do You Influence Your Love Interest? So this is a reading for a love interest that is a soulmate, a karmic, or a twin flame. It could be another person, but this is predominantly about special soul connections and how you influence them in their life, how you influence the connection, and what power you have in the situation. What are you alchemizing, transforming, creating in this dynamic, and what your place is in this. So I have two piles. Pile 1, the magician with the purple crystal. Pile 2, cosmic egg with the blue or the green crystal. I will give you a few seconds to select your pile, and then we'll jump right into it. All right, if you picked pile number 1, the magician with the purple crystal, I'm going to dive into your reading. And to save time, I've already selected the oracle cards for this reading, and then I will pull tarot as we go along for clarification. This saves me time. Also, I'm going to break it up into certain parts so you can make sure that this is truly a reading. The first part is the energy check, who you are and who you perceive your love interest to be. This is to make sure that you're in the right pile. If not, you can try the second pile. Then we'll go into your love interest perception of you. Then we'll go into how you influence them. And they'll go into what they desire from you. All right, so since there are a lot of cards and not a lot of space, I'm going to go ahead and I will lay out a few cards per section and then proceed like that. So let's start first, pile number 1, with the crystal that you selected as part of this pile. The purple crystal, I believe this is a chevron amethyst. I'm not sure, but definitely this is a higher chakra crystal stone. This has to do with spiritual, areas of life, mysticism, psychic connection, perhaps, the brow chakra, the crown chakra, dreams I'm getting. So maybe you or maybe your person, both of you, maybe both of you have these abilities or are interested in these types of things. So, well, but definitely you, because we're going to get into the energy check-in. And so what I got for you to kind of describe who you are is we have the magician, we have progressions, journey, and arrows. I'm going to put this here actually. Okay, so pile number 1, who you are. You are a manifester. You are a very magical person. You probably can see and tap into the unseen realms of the quantum field, create through potential, through intent. You are in this life to develop self-mastery in all that you do. You have a lot of power at your fingertips. Ooh, I heard whatever you command goes, even if it takes time. I don't know if this is a 0 or not, but it looks like a 0. And to me, that is the infinite, that is ether. So you work very powerfully with the quantum realm, with the spiritual world. And you are learning in this life how to take your visualizations, your desires, your intentions, and your dreams and create them into reality. And you're pretty good at it already. I'm getting that you see miracles manifest before your eyes, or else at least you usually get what you want. You have a lot of help from your spirit guides in the universe. So you are mastering this, how to bring and ground in the unseen into the physical world. How you show up in general in life is basically you're on a journey, maybe even like a mystical journey or a spiritual journey, and people see this. So you provide people with a lot of insights. And even just as an example, people see how you evolve over time, how you move forward in life. But this is mostly talking about how you have a fated life, or like you have a destiny. You are the type of person that can break karmic patterns and create new ones. And this all happens because you have this ability to create your reality. So you have the choice on how to move your life. And it's almost like the things that manifest for you, or the things that you bring into this world, or how you develop as a human, is something that's like a long-term thing. So it's like your whole life is like this long-term self-mastery. Yeah. You gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge from, as time goes by. You've overcome a lot of challenges, yet you're also timeless. But people see how much you have like improved, or like evolved, or like accomplished in your lifespan. So you inspire people and teach people to not give up on moving forward and creating like the life that they want, or whatever, however they want to manifest in this world. They see you as a powerful manifester, and that's inspiring. You have a lot of people that watch you, but they may not tell you. Some of them may tell you, but it's almost like it's kind of hard to put into words the type of power that you have and how they view you as an example. So you're very magical, but also very grounded. And how you kind of, so that's how like you kind of like show up in general, right? That's who you are. That's how people see you. And then when it comes to love, especially with this love interest, you show up in this beautiful, sexy, sensual, desirous, passionate type of energy with Eros. So there's something too about the way you talk. Like the words that come out of your mouth are very, you're very clear with your talk. You're very direct. Not only with wisdom, but the things that you desire and want. Like you don't have a problem expressing the things that you desire. You may not have a problem expressing your passion or your love for someone. But this card definitely has a lot to do with having a lot of desire and longing for a loving relationship that is spiritual, romantic, physical, something that you can touch, something that's very tangible. There's a longing here. But so how you show up is like you're initiated in your love relationships because life, the universe is calling you forward to find the love within yourself so that you can share that love with that special person. Most notably, and more than likely, your love interest, whether they are soulmate, karmic, or twin flame. This person, I have to say specifically, this person is initiating a type of self-love journey, but also a journey into manifesting this relationship or this dynamic through the energy of eroticism, sensuality, passion, desire, this very romantic, sexy type of love. Like I'm getting very like, I don't know, film noir. There's something very alluring about you and about the energy that you bring to this love interest. But in people in general, but this love interest is definitely not immune to, when you are into someone, you set your sights on them, it is very obvious that you exude this type of magnetism and intensities, intense sexual energy. Okay, so that's you, okay? If that resonates, let's keep going. Pile number one. Now we're going to get into this person. Okay, so how you view this person, the clues that this is your person. So we have the Starborn, we have Chameleon, we have Heart, and we have Snake. Okay, so with this, I feel like when you see this person, you feel like this person was destined to be in your life. You see them as a star. You may think of them or feel that they are a star seed or a light worker for some of you, but if not, that's okay. There's an energy here more of like this person has this magnetism, star quality. He or she is a very special person, a very fated person. Like they have this big destiny or a purpose. Their energy and their aura is very vibrant, and it's definitely something that's noticed by many people. It's a very high vibrational energy that not everybody understands, but this person has a light around them, and there's so much potential in this person, and it's like, you know, that there's so much more within them that has not yet been expressed. But this person is also a very strong manifester and creator in their own right. Yeah, this person is a very, very, very like inspirational or just high vibe, very future thinking, outside the box. They may or may not show that. They're a little protective, but in any case, you sense it. And with you, pile number one, all your relationships and love interests and like that feel really powerful are all karmically fated, or like there's some sort of like destiny connected to every relationship that you have. So be rest assured that whoever this person is to you, or however it turns out, which I haven't gotten to yet, we'll see. But this reading is more about how you influence them. But whatever happens between you and this person, know that it is destined and is meant to happen. It has deep transformational qualities. In any case, going back to this person, the clues, this person is very observant, very prideful. Ooh, I got prideful. Yeah, very prideful. They may not be obvious, but I think in their demeanor, they look prideful. You can kind of see it there. But I was going to say private, observant, very strategic. This person has a lot of goals, but they're very cautious with the way they get their goals. They're with the chameleon card, they're very adaptable, so they can adapt to situations, energies, and even people's personalities, and they can adapt themselves or evolve or, you know, morph themselves into what they need to be in order to achieve any goals. Not all of their goals are obvious, but maybe a lot of them are, like, but there are things that they do keep hidden, and that's part of their strategy. So so they may not talk a lot, but they observe a lot, and they can come off a little bit cold-blooded in some ways, or at least cold or like distant. But this person there's something magical or charismatic about them, but at the same time stable. Also, but they have a lot of connections around them. They even if they don't try to, they emit a love energy, and it's easy for people to fall in love with them. They have a lot of connections in general, like family, friends, network, like love, like people want their heart. They have a lot of heart too, like they're heart led in the way they move forward in life. They crave harmony. They are very emotional, even though it's not obvious, but it does exude from them, and they do want love in their life. Okay, but with the snake card, there is something here about them being mysterious and sometimes coming off as deceptive or manipulative, or secretive. But I'm seeing that maybe may or may not be so. You'll know this person, but overall, this person is a type of person that they're secretive because they're strategic, and they know that they just can't trust everyone, and they're really goal-oriented, and they want to succeed, maybe at all costs. So again, they will be the chameleon if they need to. In any case, they are very wise, and they wait for the right moment to strike. And again, you know, snakes are very transformational, very, very wise, very earthy. This person transforms. You may have seen them transform in some way. It could be different for everyone. Also, though, I'm seeing that this person, again, is very earthy and sensual as well. But it's like, it's hard to get to that at first glance or at first meeting, but they have a major understanding of how energy works and how people work. So again, very strategic. That make them feel dangerous to you, and you may feel intimidated by them, but also mesmerized by them because of this immense underlying like subliminal power and vibration that they hold, which is actually love vibration, but also very earthy. Also, you may feel like there's always a lot of obstacles when it comes to this person, dealing with this person. You may have obstacles. You may have obstacles when it comes to dealing with them in some way, like getting to them, talking to them, communicating with them properly, like connecting with them. There's something here about obstacles. And maybe a feeling of needing to transform in order to move past those obstacles, but it requires a sense of wisdom, maybe even strategy. Okay, so if that is still resonating for you, you are in the right place, pile number 1. Let's get into now how they're perceiving you. So this is about how they're perceiving you. And so this is going to be, now we're starting to get into how you influence this person. And I just realized I did not light the candle. And I want to do that. Lighting this candle for divine truth and intuition. Let the fire illuminate and inspire and protect all that needs to be illuminated, inspired, brought forth, and protected. Thank you to the sacred fire. All right, so we've got fire energy here. I work with the fire and water element. So, all right, in any case, that's neither here or there. Let's get into how this person perceives you. All right, we have 102, Litha. It's the summer solstice. Choice. Wholeness. Okay, let's start here. All right. So pile number 1, how this person perceives you. We have the summer solstice. So this is a really nice energy. They view you. It's funny how I felt like I needed to light the candle and then there's a candle there. I just noticed that. Any case, they view you as a bright light. So summer is about, happiness, celebration, optimism, fun. So it's a happy card. And this is like illumination, right? The summer illuminates that darkness. So they see you as a bright light. They may find you fun, beautiful, inspirational. You light up a room. You may be a good dancer. They may know you from celebrations, or they feel like you celebrate life. You're very expressive. So with the summer solstice, this is at the equinox, or the solstice, sorry. Literally says solstice. At the solstice, that's the day where it's the longest day of the year. But it also balances light and dark. So this person may see you as having a duality, or like maybe you embrace and embody your light and your dark aspects, or you bring light into dark places. But this person finds you inspirational, a breath of fresh air, and someone hot, passionate, fun, somebody that they really want to, or feel that they can let loose with, maybe. This is also Litha, is also, which is the pagan word for summer solstice. Litha is about sex, romance, and love. This is like one of the most potent times to, do a love spell. So maybe this person feels like either they feel like you're loving that, or you love them, or they love you, or both. But they could also feel like you have a love spell on them, honestly. They may wonder, because they see you as that magician manifester. Because what I'm getting, to go back to the magician card, is like, I just want to reassure you, pile number 1, that you are manifesting this person if you're not with them yet. If you're with them, you've manifested them. But if not, you will. be with them. I should have said that in the beginning, but you really have the power to have whatever you want. So even if you haven't consciously done a love spell on this person, they feel like they've been magnetized to you. And you kind of have unconsciously done a love spell because you have set your sights and intentions to create this in reality. In any case, so they kind of sense that. So I think that's kind of exciting to them, but it's also a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. But they see you as intense. But it's like, it's not really coming from a bad place, and I think they intuitively know that. In any case, so you kind of like invoke in them, kind of like you inspire them to, or at least you have them contemplate when they look at you or when they interact with you. You kind of have them, they feel like they have a choice with you, or they need to make a choice when it comes to you. They feel like making a choice to come towards you would be actually very expansive and positive, but there are fears that hold them back, because there is a little bit of a fear of an unknown, or not knowing if they're able to sustain something with you, or they feel maybe that they're going to fumble it. But there is an energy here that, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, for some reason, sometimes they have negative thoughts about themselves and fears, like, what if it doesn't work out? I'm not quite sure what these fears are. I can get into it, but first I want to kind of just say that they know with you they have to make a choice, that they have the power to make the choice, but that if they make that choice, they need to be positive. I apologize for the noise outside. I live on a busy street. So anyways, they have to be positive in order to make this choice of coming forward with you. So it's like, what it could be is that they know that you are a loving person and that you are an opportunity for love, but they may fear love. They may fear being hurt by love. So this requires them to have the courage to be in a state of love and trust in love in order to make the choice to expand their life and move forward in your direction. And they are realizing that they kind of need to expand their capacity for receiving love in order to make the choice to move towards love. So when they see you, or when they interact with you, or when they think of you, these are the things that they think about. Like, they know that they have the power to make this choice, and yet they're holding on, not quite yet making that choice. For some of you, if they've already made that choice, good, that's great. Then they are expanding with you. You've helped them expand, but there may be a little bit of fear here. They may sometimes revert back to negative thoughts, and they doubt things. In any case, their feelings for you are one of wholeness. And so what I get from the wholeness card, it says expanding here. So it's kind of like they know that with you, that they feel like they're complete, or like they would be balanced out, which is interesting because it's kind of like that cheesy line from Jerry Maguire, "You complete me." So they feel a sense of like wholeness with you, or there would be wholeness if they were to make the choice to move forward and expand with you. They know that with you, they would be capable of making great changes in their life, and that you can both create a new future, and like it would be something that they had not thought of before. So there's a feeling that they can trust you, because they feel like you are whole, and they feel like they are whole, but they feel like they're missing the love that they kind of want in their life. And maybe you are too. And they wonder if you two are each other's, not that you're each other's halves, because we're not halves, we're all whole beings, but like if you're the counterpart to them, they do wonder. They almost kind of feel like, yeah, but sometimes they do doubt. But when they're in their feelings, they know. When they're in their thoughts, they're trying to make the decision if they want to move forward. Yeah, so let's get into how you influence this person. All right, how you influence this person. All the sounds are coming out today. All the sounds. Why the hell not? All right, here, this is the bulk of the reading, because this is how you influence this person, your love interest, whether they're a karmic, soulmate, or twin flame, or just a regular person. This is how you influence them. Okay, so first and foremost, this person with the Tear card, this person, it's like when they look at you, it's almost like there's a mirror, or like you soften them in some way. You may have like some major, like magical, intense, loving eye contact, or you have had it in the past. And so this person is somehow either mesmerized by your eyes or remembers your eyes, but it's almost like when they look into your eyes, waiting for the noise to pass. When they look into your eyes, they see that it's like the window to your soul, and they feel like not only the window to your soul, but the window to their own soul. So it's like a mirror or reflection, and they feel that you can see into their soul as well. They can be very mesmerized by you. You may hypnotize them or capture their interest, and the eye contact here is very potent. And there's something about it that activates their heart chakra and maybe a little bit of their solar plexus. And it's almost like, what I get is that you kind of in some way have this magical way of like melting them, even if you can't see it. Like you melt, you soften them, you soften their ego. They feel very vulnerable when they look into your eyes, or and you know, even when, you know, after the eye contact has been said and done, when they think back to you, it's like they kind of like feel softer, and like they're able to see things more clearly. They're maybe able to let go of old hurts, or again, their ego, their block, like their, you know, their shield. Because there's like a level in your eye contact, there's a level of like clarity and intimacy and vulnerability that kind of comes through from you. And it's like he or she can't help, or they can't help but match it. Like, it's like you both are in that realm together. You're both in that magical place together. It's like maybe time stops still, or everything disappears, but it's just like your eyes and the heart, and like you get this sense of like, I don't know, you make each other feel good. And this person wants to let go of their you know, their shield. But there's also too, and I don't know what this is about, but it's like there's a sense of feeling, I don't know if despair is the right word, but it's almost like when I feel like that, I feel like it's almost like they feel like they don't have the confidence or the guts to like open up to you the way they would like to. But yet it's like this unspoken energy, and it's very magical and surreal. And it's like somehow you magically open up their perception, and you see like something about the way you connect eyes is like there's magic there. Like you activate and unlock things within each other, but this is about you influencing them. So I'm going to keep it to you, because they may influence you in a different way as well, but you definitely make them feel like they need to move beyond their own comfort zone. You make them curious about you, and like they want to take a chance with you if they haven't already. But deeper than that, it's like, you know, because you're that magician energy. You have these magical eyes, you have these magical hands, you have this magical like spirit. But it's like when they look into your eyes, they almost like their perception of what is real shifts and changes. And it's like you invoke in them a need to understand things on a deeper level, and especially when it comes to the connection between the two of you. But they know that there's something beyond this physical realm that connects you two. They know. They feel like in the silence is when you both speak the loudest or the most truthfully. And this person knows that you're a part of their soul path, and that things happen between the two of you that are very serendipitous, like synchronicities, signs. And it's almost like they think about that. It could happen when they see you, or when you guys are interacting, you're spending time together. It could also happen when you're apart. And they just feel like there's a connection, a soul connection here, and there may be a sense of, I don't know, yeah, just like having a similar soul path or needing to be on the same soul path. And they have spirit guides here. So something about, they may feel like in some weird way you're a spirit guide, like in the manifest form. But not only that though, I feel like they have spirit guides. So you may have activated some sort of psychic ability within them where they now have access to spirit guides, or the synchronicities and signs that they get are from the spirit guides telling them this person is a part of your soul path. And what I'm seeing is that you two are two sides of the same coin with this yin and yang. It's like, again, remember the wholeness card. It's like, yeah, you're each other's half, but at the same time, you're still whole, but you complete each other in a way that is hard to explain. So I'm getting soulmate, I'm getting twin flame. In any case, the guides that this person has are trying to help them see that this connection is beyond the physical, and that this is a partnership, a divine partnership. In reality, that's what I'm getting. So they're aware of this. So, but at the same time that they are aware of this, this also brings up triggers in their life. This brings up some major triggers. Because this person, what you're doing in this person's life is you are helping them break karmic patterns and from their soul. You're helping to purify their soul. Like, so what I'm seeing is that this person has a destiny, yes, but this person is also a very hard worker. They're always working. And so they get into these monotonous cycles, and they kind of, you know, this person like has a beautiful way of looking at life. They're very inspiring, happy in a lot of ways. But there's a sense that they sometimes lose their joy or bigger picture perspective because they're so focused on the day-to-day, everyday work and making something happen, because they're so goal-driven and accomplishment-driven that they get into this monotonous rut, and they lose that joy and that sense of creative purpose because they're striving for something. But with you, you actually help, you bring life into their life. Whenever they see you or interact with you, you breathe life into their world, into their heart, into their consciousness. And so it's like this person goes through a lot of cycles too, because I'm getting to that they have some karmic cycles that they're stuck in, some unhealthy patterns that they brought into this life. And it's like somehow you help them heal them or break them free from them, or bring them a fresh perspective or fresh energy. Almost like, yeah, you're like, you know, the one that breaks the chains, so to speak. And, you know, that could be in a small way or big way. You know, it's going to depend on everybody. There's a spectrum, but somehow you get them to stop working on what they're working on and look at things again from a brighter, bigger, more poetic perspective. This person is building their world. Oh, I see. So they're building their world. They're the magician too, right? So they're building their reality like this spider. And they're creating this network, and they're creating this, architecting this world that they're trying to manifest, or they have been manifesting. But it's like you kind of add that fresh, you know, dose or dash of spice that somehow brightens or amplifies or refines or opens up a new vision for them, so that they can add on into this world that they're creating. Now, this could include you or not, but in any case, you open something up within them that allows them to break through old visions, old patterns, old cycles, and whatever they're building now is expanding. At the same time, there are challenges here because it's happening because there's so much emotion for you with this discomfort card. You activate and inspire, influence, or trigger this person's emotions on such a level that it's so intense, it's almost uncomfortable. So you bring this like spark, this electricity, this intensity, this brightness, like that summer solstice card, right, into their life. But it's like so intense that it's like it lights them up and activates them, but it's like, phew, like, can I even handle this? So you have very strong energy, and this person feels your energy in such a powerful way. Like, you kind of, so that's why I say it's discomfort, because they have a lot of positive feelings for you, and they know you're powerful, they know you're magical, they know you're beautiful, they're attracted, but yet it's so much. It's like looking at the sun, but you get them so vulnerable because you light their heart on fire, okay? You light their heart on fire. And it's so crazy because it's like their mind lights up, their heart lights up, like their whole body is like on high, you know, tingles, alerts, however you call it. It's just like they have all these swirling emotions. It's like when they see you, it's like very this guy or girl is very complicated. There's so many emotions you invoke in this person all at once that it's almost like their head's not clear. And it's almost like it takes time for them. They have to back away, especially with the icon. They have to back away and retreat and take some time to really reflect on the energy that transpired, because it's so much to take in. So it's uncomfortable because it's so intense. And this person, I don't know why it's uncomfortable. I mean, anybody could be overstimulated like that, but so that could just be the amount of the intensity, because again, you are this magical magician. But you set their heart on fire. It's a lot. They are a little bit scared of love, as we were talking about earlier, and they are very focus driven. So maybe they feel like they're usually able to control their emotions, but with you it's kind of out of control. So they feel they're vulnerable, and then they start to fear and doubt their own power, I guess. Even though I feel this person is very powerful, like we already saw, like with the Starborn, you know, that's power. Like this person is powerful in their own right, you know. I don't know, but you do something to them. But this discomfort is what breaks apart these old paradigms, these monotonous cycles, and these old ruts. You break it through this discomfort, like the Tower energy from the tarot. I forgot I was supposed to be pulling tarot cards, but I feel like I'm getting so much already. I'll pull some in the end. In any case, the reason why all of this is happening, this intensity and this magic and all this stuff, like how you're influencing this person, how you're helping this person, is that you are helping them to transform and break away and heal from old karmic patterns, drudgery, moving them into more expansion, right? But also on the soul level, you are helping to refine them to be the king that they're meant to be, or the queen. It's not gender specific. The royalty that they're meant to be, because this person is a leader of the heart, and they are wise, they are loving, they think big, and they're very blessed. So you're helping to develop this benevolent, sovereign leader. You're helping them to become wiser, and have faith in a higher power, because somehow this connection feels not unreal, but very mystical and magical, like it's from a higher power. So somehow you help them reconnect back into God's source consciousness, the universe. You help them to have big ideas too. Like you open up something in their mind and in their spirit where they get downloads. But this person is a very high vibrational thinker, and they get these inspirational like downloads, and somehow you help them with this, which is interesting. This is just something about your energy. You're both like unicorns, very unusual and unique magical beings. You're both magical. And you're both very wise and higher vibrational and connected to higher powers. You're both very blessed, both abundant. And so somehow this interaction or dynamic helps this person be in abundance, in gratitude and expansiveness. Like you can use the word expansive. So your energy is like, whew, like the sun. And this person is, and I think if they're not already there, they are on their way to really finding their unique voice, or sharing their unique voice. This could be the things that they speak about, but this could also be like maybe they're creative, they're artists, they're finding authentic ways to express their unique way of looking at the world. Maybe they were nervous or afraid to speak their truth or to be completely original, but somehow they're moving towards a more authentic and spiritual expression, but it comes from a lot of experience, a lot of years of experience, as well as like dark, deep emotional experiences that have helped guide them to see the world in a more magical way, but in a way that's, again, unique to them, but they have wisdom to share. So they're moving towards that. And your hand has played in this. Like you have played in this part. You've played a part in this, is what I'm trying to say. You've had a hand in this. So they're moving into being more authentic and refining their voice in whatever medium that is. So that's kind of beautiful, because this person, remember we're talking about, they're like this chameleon. They're a chameleon. They're a snake. So this is very cold-blooded energy, right? So, and it's very like controlled energy. And that energy is good for survival. But is it inspirational? No, but they have the heart. And this is where you're helping to activate their heart space. You light their heart on fire, and they take that with them wherever they go. So this is also could mean too, so basically you're helping them refine them as a human being and as and to be successful in whatever they choose to be successful in. But also, I'm getting that they are also perhaps gaining the courage to share their voice with you and express what they want to express to you. And to share with you their soul connection, their knowledge of the soul connection they have with you. Because you've had past lives together, for sure. Yeah, okay. So that's great. I love that. Wow, you are helping this person become a better person. And helping them to achieve their goals, not from this mundane, like, go by the rules way, but like truly inspired beyond the box. So the last thing I asked was, what do they desire with you? What do they want with you? And so we get the luminosity card. And so with the luminosity card, this is about, well, they already see you as luminous. They see your beauty. They see the light that you shine, and they want to respond to it. They really want to meet you and respond to it. The only thing is that, you know, they see you as this beautiful, feminine, you know, whether you're male or female. I don't know. Maybe if you're male and you're thinking about a female, I don't know. But if they're not seeing you as feminine, they're just seeing you as this bright light that inspires maybe their own femininity. In any case, this person finds you to be very poised, very elegant, I don't know, just regal. And what they want is for you to tell them what you need from them. They want to know your true feelings and thoughts and who you, they also want to know who you really are. Maybe you're mysterious, or they don't know enough about you, or you don't share, but they want to get to know you on a deeper level and express yourself. But not just express yourself on who you are, but express yourself on how you feel about them and what you want from them, so that they can provide you with what you want. So basically, they desire to be with you, or they desire to give you what you want. So there must be a situation here where you're not being straightforward, because you're so used to being in this magician energy where you're manifesting from the back, in the background or the sidelines, right? But maybe they want you to just like let them know. Just let them know, and you can manifest it a lot faster. But in any case, you've worked your magic, so it had to be worked this way. But now there's coming a time where it's like it's time to truly be authentic yourself and express exactly what you feel for this person and what you want, and they want to give it to you. I love that. So let's see. I was supposed to pull a card, like, but I just was, the oracle was a lot. But let's see, let's advice for you. I mean, I feel like I already gave you the advice on number one, but let's see if there's any more advice for you when it comes to your love interest. Okay, yeah, Four of Pentacles in reverse. They're saying stop being insecure, like let go. Like, even if this person may have not been receptive to you in the past, they're receptive to you now. And maybe they weren't, if they weren't receptive to you in the past, it's because they felt that you were holding back. There may have been a level of insecurity or closed offness that they couldn't quite, you know, reach. You could have been marrying each other, though. It could have been going both ways. But in any case, Spirit is asking you to be confident in who you are and your value, and to open up to this person. You don't have to protect yourself as much as you've been protecting yourself. You can be honest. You can be, you know, open. This is going to help you, pile number one. One more card, please. Advice for pile number one when it comes to their love interest. Yeah, the time has come where you've thought about this enough. With Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you've thought about this enough, the pros and cons. You've done a lot of work on this, and it's now time to reap the benefits. It's now time to make a decision. It's time for harvest. Let's just pull some more. Advice for pile number 1, consider love interest. Ooh. Okay. So, 3 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. All right. Well, basically what I see here is that you've had your heart broken many times. Maybe even by this person perceived that your heart was broken. And that is why you've been really like shy or like resistant about being completely open. But Spirit is asking you to heal or release the past and trust that that does not dictate your future, and that they want you to look at relationships and maybe even the relationship with this love interest as an opportunity for reciprocity. Maybe you've had bad relationships in the past that were not reciprocal and that have hurt you. And maybe you feel nervous about expressing yourself. But what Spirit is saying is that it's time to trust in the generosity of the universe and trust that there is someone out there who wants to give to you as much as you want to give to them. And that's how they want you to approach the situation, as 2 equals with a chance for something more. Harmony, connection, abundance. All right. Thank you so much, pile number 1. If this resonated, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. I really love doing these readings. It's been hard to get the exposure on here ever since I left during COVID, but I know it's that YouTube is saturated with YouTube readers, but hopefully I can start to build my channel back up again. If this was helpful, please let me know. It helps the channel and I can do more of these readings. Good luck to you, pile number 1. Hello, pile number 2. Here we are. If you've selected pile number 2, the cosmic egg with the green stone, this is the message for you. Here, let me light this candle for protection, illumination, and inspiration, bringing in the messages we need to hear for our highest good. All right, so I've already chosen the cards, or like pulled the cards so we can save time, but I will pull tarot at the end for advice, and I've sectioned off this reading so that it's more clear and concise for you. And we start with the energy check for you and your love interest, so that we make sure that this is the correct pile for you. If it's not, try pile number 1. But we will find out this is the right pile for you with the energy check-in. Then we'll go into their perception of you, and then we'll go into how you influence your love interest, whether it's a karmic, soulmate, or twin flame, and then what they desire with you. So it's a little bit of a long reading, but it's pretty deep, and pile number 1 was very inspiring, and I'm sure this one will be too. Okay, pile number 2, let's get into it. So I'll pull out the cards to save space in sections. So we will begin with the energy check-in of who you are. So we have the cosmic egg, Scorpio, investigate, and then the heart. And actually, with this green crystal, I believe it's jade, I'm not sure, but I definitely pick up the energy of this being about, you know, this is a very heart-centered reading. This is about love. I mean, that's what I'm really getting. This is about love and healing. So, yeah, there's a lot of love and healing possible here. Okay, so the cosmic egg. So your overall energy here is one of divine potential and infinite potential. You're very nurturing, supportive person for others, but you also have a lot of creative potential. You may be a person that has a lot of new beginnings or chapters in your life, and you're very creative in the way that you reinvent yourself or in the way that you show your creativity to the world. I'm also seeing here that, yeah, you have really good manifesting powers, and you can actually visualize what it is that you want to see manifest for you in the world, and then the universe kind of like makes it happen for you while you just, you know, wait and incubate. So you have a lot of infinite creative potential here. That's kind of the energy of who you are overall. So that's beautiful, very magical. With the Scorpio investigate energy here, you're not, even though you're nurturing and you're supportive and beautiful and passive in some ways from what other people see, you're actually also very dynamic. The Scorpio card is a powerful energy. Sorry, I had to turn off the air conditioner because I couldn't hear myself. Anyways, Scorpio, you are a very powerful person. You're very deep, very transformative. You're probably very smart. You've probably gone through a lot of trials and tribulations in your life, and it has actually helped you to see life from a much deeper perspective. You had to deal with a lot of karmic situations in your life, and these are all lessons to help you grow and to transmute and transform older, denser energies within yourself and within the people around you. So you have a very karmic power, or you help to heal people through just by interacting with you. You could be a healer as well, but that could be in any modality. It doesn't have to look traditional, though it could be. But anyways, you're very transformational, deeply spiritual, very intelligent. You question life, you're philosophical, and you may have a connection to the, you know, the otherworldly realms. You're probably very sexy and magnetic, and maybe a little bit dangerous to those who don't know you very well. Could be very mysterious. So you are a very complex person, and within all this dynamic, intense, passionate willpower and transformational energy, you still have this beautiful, pure, infinite potential coming from a very passive place. Not to say that you don't work hard for what you want and have, but it's almost like you don't even need to work as hard as other people if you chose not to. Okay, so then with the heart card, I'm seeing that you are very heart-based, very heart-centered person, very loving, very sweet. People know that you are very loving. It just emanates from you. Like nobody could deny that fact. Even if sometimes you may be a little defensive or secretive or just, you know, cautious, it's because you're guarding this beautiful heart and this beautiful imagination, this beautiful magical power that you hold within your soul, your spirit. So again, you're very loving, very kind. You have a lot of love to give, and you're also very inspiring. So you can be very creative. You may be inspired by the arts or creativity and beauty. You're also probably very beautiful inside and out. And you may love nature and just things that are very natural. People feel like you are very good at reading their minds or seeing into the unseen realms, and it comes from a very pure and clear place, but it's also, there's something about this very healing and gentle. So it's like people know that you're coming from a good place, at least the people that you allow into your heart space or into your more vulnerable, softer side. There may be some people who are intimidated, but overall, it doesn't take long for people to see the sweetness that you hold. And you may be a very romantic type of person. Maybe you have a lot of, you've had a lot of relationships, or you have a lot of romantic suitors, or you like to date, or you used to in the past. But there feels like with this boat with the two people. It's like you want this, you're very romantic, so you want like this romantic love, like a private, beautiful, intensely deep love, and you kind of hold that in your heart as a wish. Even though you may have been betrayed in the past, I see, because you've had a lot of karmic relationships. So maybe not everybody gets to see this side of you, but you truly are love. You're very loving. Okay, so let's get into your person, because I want to make sure, pile number 2, that this is the right reading for you. So let's get the energy check-in on your love interest. Okay, so let's see what we have. Gemini. Doesn't mean that they are Gemini, but they could be. I'm just saying it's Gemini energy. Soulmate energy. And Tiger. And then the desert. Okay. All right. Your person. All right, so these are some clues as to making sure that this is your reading. This is your, by knowing this is your person. So see, these are some of the clues. So Gemini. So what I get from this is that, I mean, they could be Gemini, but that's not necessarily the case, but they could have Gemini energy. So they could be very smart, interesting, have a lot of interests. They could be very social, very intelligent, yeah, sociable. They communicate with a lot of people. They have networks and all that good stuff. I'm also seeing that this person could have a dual nature. Maybe, you know, a serious side and a funny side, or like a cold side or a warm side. Whatever the case, you may experience them as having 2 different personalities or 2 different moods. Yet you find them interesting. There's something about them that is very fascinating, interesting. You may want to be their friend, or they may be a friend, or maybe they have a lot of friends. They understand people very well. So they know how to schmooze, network. This could also be, you know, because Gemini is a twin, so this could be a twin flame or a high-level soulmate. It could be a karmic. We'll see, because we have a Soulmate here. But I feel like it's a pretty, like, you guys mirror each other. You're like the two sides of the same coin. I feel like one of you is very warm and loving and passionate, and the other one may come off as cold and distant. Though that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case. But with Gemini, it is more about like what's on the surface. Even though there's depth, it's like you can't quite see it. But this could be the impression that is given off. But it seems like you two are very like-minded in certain ways. There may be telepathy here. Okay, and then with the Samhain, this is like Halloween energy. So this is Scorpio energy too. So there may be like Halloween. That sounds scary. I mean, okay. So the Scorpio connection here. So maybe this person is Scorpio as well, or they have Scorpio, but not necessarily. In any case, there is like a deep connection here. This is a deeply sexual connection, even if it's not overt. There is a lot of sexual, intense energy between the two of you, or it could just be that this person is very sexy in a very understated way. This person is mysterious, maybe a little scary, a little intimidating. This person could be very abundant, also maybe rigid in certain ways. People may fear and respect them. This person could maybe have some sort of celebration in the fall, or a birthday in the fall. But in any case, this person is very powerful. They could also be spiritual, and they may even see spirits or may talk with spirits, but this could be a secret. But they are actually very psychic, and they can actually predict future events. This may not be something they share, but they are very connected with the other side as well. Like the veil is thin for them. They may suppress this, but if they wanted to, it would be easy to open up to. They're very transformative to others and to themselves. So maybe they enjoy evolving. Yeah, maybe they enjoy evolving, but this person has a lot of abundance, and this person likes to maybe make money, and they're guided by spirit. They have spirit guides that are guiding them. They may be a little bit morbid, I'm getting, or have a dark side. Also, with the 2 candles, I'm feeling like maybe this is twin flame energy for some of you. If not, don't worry about it. In any case, with the tiger here, I am seeing that this person, again, is very intimidating, very powerful, maybe very, you know, a lot of sexual animal magnetism. Yeah, they know how to get their way. Very strong, courageous, a lot of personal power. Yeah, they have a lot of ambition. Sometimes they can take risks, but I think they're very calculated. This person is beautiful, like the sex, I get sexy, regal. Sometimes this person can be ferocious or aggressive when angered. And you may find this person risky or intimidating in a way, but like, you know, gorgeous. Because I mean, look at the tiger, like it's an intimidating but a powerful way. So very, I mean, it could be a woman, but I'm getting masculine, very masculine energy. If it's a woman, the woman may have some masculine traits or just very feline energy. A lot of power here. Okay, so also with this card, the desert card, I'm getting that, well, this person, it's hard to get a read on them. Like with the desert card, I'm seeing like you may feel like you try to reach out to them, but they're so mysterious and they're so elusive that it feels like you don't have much to grab onto when it comes to them. Like you may be magnetized to this person, but they offer no real comfort or level of warmth, at least the way you want it. You may be longing for like a more solid ground, something more nourishing or lush, but it's like it's kind of dry here. So maybe you're longing for this person to throw you a bone or give you like something to work with, but it feels like you have to kind of like, this person is like, there may be a silence here that kind of almost like you can't help but have to like go within to try to understand yourself and this person and this connection. Though it's like, yeah, it's like this could be dark night of the soul kind of stuff. Like you have to go on this journey of self-discovery that could sometimes feel lonely and scary, but yet you may have visions about this person or this person has visions about you. But there's a lot of energy here. Like this person is magical, but like in a very passive way. This person could be very creative also. Again, not a comforting type of person, more like a strong person. But they have deep magic and they have visions. Like they have creative visions and create visions again of the future. There may be something about their hands. Maybe you think about their hands, or you notice their hands, or they have nice hands, or you've touched their hands. Maybe there's something, a connection with the moon, or maybe a desert. There's something very magical and elusive about this energy that you feel with this person. I just feel this sense of aloneness and quiet when it comes to, like, you can feel this person maybe when you're still, or think about them when you're very still. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So if that connects with you, pile number 2, this is your reading. Now we can get into how they perceive you, pile number 2. How do they perceive you? So we have the dragonfly. We have self-worth. And we have judgment. Okay, pile number 2, how they perceive you. All right, so with the dragonfly, I'm seeing that they see you as a very magical being. It's kind of really beautiful. A magical being that is, you yourself feel or seem elusive to this person, but yet quite like a sight. Like when you are around, it's like you can't help but see you, but you're buzzing around almost too quick to catch. The dragonfly is a very mystical energy, but it's also very like, you know, it deals with transformation, but it's also very light and joyful, graceful, flexible, colorful. You know, dragonflies come out in the summer. They may have a connection to you in the, when they think of you, they think of summer. In any case, they feel like you're very beautiful, shiny, but you take life with like a lightness of being. Like they don't necessarily, even though you are, they don't necessarily see you as a deep person, or if they do, they may see you as a deep person actually, but they don't see it weighing you down. Like you still have this effervescent energy about you. So, and they have probably seen you evolve and transform through time, but it's almost like, again, you're this elusive energy, almost like you're not even real, or like maybe you're a mirage, or they can't quite get you, but it's definitely, you're something to watch. You're fascinating to watch. Yeah, I feel like you've started a new chapter in your life, or you started a new chapter in your life that was very obvious to this person, and again, it gave you a lightness of being, and it was very elevating. So it's a positive thing. So when they think of you, pile number 2, they are aware of your own self-worth. They see you as having high self-worth. This may or may not be true. I hope it is. But in any case, from their perception, pile number 2, you have high self-worth. They're aware of your beauty and your self-worth. And they also feel like you are worthy, if that makes any sense, or if that helps with anything. They see you as being a worthy person, like you have high value. And it makes them question their own worth. They start to become aware of how they view themselves when it comes to self-worth. They wonder, do they have enough self-worth, or are they confident enough for you, or can they even match your level? I don't think they question their worth though, because this person as the tiger is pretty confident, but it's like compared to you, they wonder like, can they match you, or are they worthy of such a beautiful energy, I guess. Because this person is a lot denser and deeper, and remember the Scorpio energy, the Samhain, is like they may they could be very positive, but they have a darker side that may make them more serious, and with you they wonder if they would weigh you down. In any case, they question their worth, and they have to kind of like talk themselves up sometimes about being good enough for you, or as good as you, and sometimes even maybe they try to make themselves feel like they're better than you, just so that they feel like you guys are equal, if that makes sense. But in any case, they see your inherent value, and they respect you for your uniqueness. But they do question themselves, like they wonder if they're good enough. Like this person may have a problem with feeling the need to be perfect, you know, and because they're not, like because no one is, they may judge themselves and maybe a little bit harder on themselves than they need to. But in any case, when they feel into their emotions for you or about you, it's kind of like you help them release this sense of self-judgment, but they also kind of work on releasing judgment about you. I think that you sometimes may trigger a sense of fear, and I'm getting something about being angry or about something. So I don't know if something happened between the two of you, they got angry about something, but that anger triggered something, and it triggered a fear and a negative judgment on you. But it's like, it's almost like, I don't think that's the way they see you completely, but there's something about you that they may be judging but at the same time, they forgive it very easily as well. Or there was a time where they were negatively judging you because something happened. They were triggered by something, whether you knew it or not. And now they're releasing it because they're seeing how beautiful you are and how special you are. And I think that they were just trying to protect their heart and control the situation. So they were judging you harshly for their own self-preservation. But they're trying to open their heart and to be forgiving and to release any judgments because they may not be based in reality, or they just may not be as severe as they had made him to be. Because this person seems like they do want to open their heart, but it's hard for them. So I'm not sure what happened, if like this is previous relationships or situations in their life, or it's what there may have been something that happened with you. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but that's kind of how they're seeing and feeling about you, pile number 2. So now we're getting into the juicy part. It was like, let's find out. Like, so how does pile number 2 influence their love interest, whether it's a karmic, soulmate, or twin flame? So I'm getting the Temple. I'm getting Remembrance. See, I had these in, yeah, I had these in some order. Scales of Karma. Emotion. Pillar of Severity. Virgin's Milk. Okay, that's, oh, and then Lemuria. Okay. So this is how you influence your love interest, pile number 2. Well, there's something about you. You activate all their emotions, especially their heart space and their solar plexus. But there is, like, you help to heal certain things that they have held on to from the past, not just about you or with you, but everyone, everything. Okay, so somehow when they think of you or they interact with you and they're around you or whatever, they are really conscious or self-conscious about their body. I think you look at them and you think that you feel that they are like their body. You like the way they take care of themselves. You find them to be something about this person makes you feel spiritual, or makes you feel like they are spiritual. And even though this person can be intimidating, there's something protective about this person, and you kind of wish that you were under their protective wing. And the way, so when this person is around you, they're very self-conscious about their body. Even if they have a nice body, they're very aware of their movements, the way you perceive their visuals, their looks. But you also kind of like help them reevaluate their values and their spiritual beliefs. You help them understand that, like, a spiritual practice is something private and sacred, and that it doesn't need to follow any rules. That sacred space is within them. The power is within them. You may feel that this person is a sanctuary, or this person may feel like he or she wants to be a sanctuary. And maybe even a sanctuary to you. Yeah, but this person sees themselves as more spiritual when around you or thinking of you, or, they feel that you see them that way. Yeah, and so when you're with this person, like in physical form, there's something about you when you're in contact, in whatever capacity that is, that helps them to remember something about their past lives, or something from their childhood, or something, like you remind them of something or someone. What I'm getting here with this card really is they get memories of past lives, but they also, something about you in your presence like activates their intuitive abilities, their third eye. There's something here about you activate their past life memories. Now, that's for that's for everybody here, but there is something else that's coming through that I want to kind of throw in there for some of you. I don't know. I feel like something negative happened between the two of you, or perceived negative from their end. And like, so sometimes when you're around them, they can't, even though they think you're this beautiful, amazing light, they sometimes remember something that happened that may have been negative or hurtful. And it's hard for them to completely forget it. But in any case, that's for some of you. But I'm feeling for all of you, you trigger them remembering their past lives. You kind of open up their third eye, and they can, like, maybe they get like really high vibrational information from the Akashic records. Maybe in their dream state, maybe they dream about you, or it's like after they've connected with you or interacted with you, they go home and they have these crazy prophetic or imaginative or amazing spiritual dreams, or they remember something from their past life or their childhood that's like connected to their soul path or soul lessons. And somehow you provide them this information through your own energy field. Like they pick it up because they're psychic too, remember? I think we talked about that. So they pick it up, and it's like you kind of like turn something on within them. But some of this stuff, I'm going to not lie, some of the stuff that they do remember and connect into is like times, past lives, or memories in this current life that were negative or hurtful, whether with you or just in general with other people, like unfortunate events that have happened in their lives, and things, cycles of toxic energy or disharmony, bad relationships, maybe a bad situation that happened between the two of you, even though I feel like this person still has positive thoughts about you, yet they can't help but think about certain things that have hurt them. But this kind of helps to heal them, because it helps them to gain more insight on what to learn and what was the lesson. And then it gives them the power to create new ways of relating and new ways of being in the world. I think this person wants peace, harmony, and balance in their life. And somehow you motivate them or inspire them to want it enough that they work towards it. This person has had a lot of harsh lessons in life, especially around the heart space with this green stone. Especially with that scorpionic energy, there's been a lot of karmic lessons, but they really are working on purging their negativity and toxic energies and people in their life that don't, do them any good. They're also releasing judgments of themselves and others. So it's like they may have like a harsh inner critic or harsh inner world, but somehow you help to open them up to a softer energy that allows them to kind of reflect and dissolve some of this painful karma. So you're very healing. You're very healing in this way. So I think I was talking about earlier about you being very healing. And, with this cosmic egg here, like, this is very nurturing energy, but, there's something so very peaceful about your energy that I think is very healing, that opens them up to a more peaceful vibration. So I'm getting that they really pick up on your vibration and frequency that softens them to open up to dissolve some of this harsher energy. So with that being said, though, it is harsh energy, but it's coming from them because your energy is soft, nurturing, healing, kind, loving, right? You know, you're healing this person with your heart. Like, you may love this person. So with that heart energy that you have, that I was showing you before, you heal from the heart, and this person can't help but be healed energetically by your heart. And you direct this energy, this loving energy, to this person. And although it's a soft, sweet, beautiful, romantic, healing energy, because this person has harsh karma, harsh experiences, and have hardened their heart to a certain extent, they feel it, as it softens them up enough to feel the intensity and the harshness of this pain so that they can heal it. But the process of the transmutation is intense and can be very volatile and uncomfortable. With this emotion card, you stir up so many emotions in this person when they're around you, when they think about you. Like, your energy is like powerful, that all these suppressed emotions come up from the pit of their stomach into their heart and like open them up. But it can feel like when there's been like someone in the dark for a long time, you know, indoors, and you go outside and it's like the sun just blares in your face. It's kind of like that. Like, just all this emotion comes up and it activates their heart space. And it can sometimes be anger, rage, just anything that was suppressed. It also can be love and things like that, but they feel it. So whatever they're holding on to, they feel it, and you allow them to flow and release it, which is healing, because you can't hold that stuff within you. It's that suppressed anything. It needs to go, right? It's very unhealthy. So you help them transmute denser energies and to open their heart to a higher frequency. But it can feel harsh with the pillar of severity. It's just like, you know, allowing this emotion to flow out of them so that they can release gives them the clarity that they need to, and the strength that they need to release and cut out things and people and situations, mindsets that no longer serve them. It gives them the strength to be kind of ruthless in clearing out all this negative energy, toxic energy, whatever unhealthy habits, whatever it is. Like, this is this person is going through a very harsh soul path right now. But it has to be this way, because it's like the tower. It has to break away all the hardness. And these hard lessons are helping this person gain clarity and move forward with more strength and vitality. And this allows them to make changes. When they release all this pent-up, emotional, unprocessed feelings and emotions, activated by you, and maybe even there are feelings for you, because you may make them feel all kinds of feelings that they weren't expecting. But it helps them clear the way for better changes in a higher vibration. It strengthens their willpower, their own vital force. It clears their mind and gives them more wisdom. And it provides a structure and a foundation for them to be in their power, even more so than when they try to be super like tough and like, you know, cold. So it's been a hard healing process, but it's a necessary one. And you are this powerful, loving healer that is just allowing this love of energy to flow into them because of the breaking down of these harsher walls and shields that they have put up. And what's happening is that you're helping them, pile number 2, to return back to a place of innocence and purity and honesty with themselves and others, because I think that they were a little bit jaded, and maybe had seen too many dark things in their life and seen the darkness of others, and it's been hard to keep the heart open and feel that sense of freshness and innocence and faith in others and in the world. And I think even the past, they've had some really hard past lives, especially in love relationships. And they've carried that burden into this life, where they feel like they don't know if they can trust love and people all the way. But you are helping them return back again to a state of purity. You're like helping their soul come back to a place of purity, not just this incarnation. You're like this beautiful guiding light, whether they know it or not. But I think they kind of know that you send them this beautiful loving energy, even if it's uncomfortable sometimes. That's just their own gremlin inside being uncomfortable with pure love. But they're going to get through it. They just have to like clear out all that yucky stuff. Because for a long time they were in denial about their own heart space and their own loving nature. They're very discerning, but that, again, that discernment to like make sure that they're surrounded by the right people sometimes can be too extreme, and they become judgmental, but you help them release that. And so this takes time, but they're finding that they're becoming more patient with themselves and with others, because as their heart heals and they see people and situations with more love than skepticism, this is helping them return back to love and a sense of peace and balance. And this needs to happen for them because they are one of the leaders of the new world. They are supposed to be creating heaven on earth. They are a part of that. They're here to heal themselves and to help heal the world through whatever means they feel resonant with. It could even just be their energy, but once their heart is purified, they are already connecting into the mother matrix, the earth, and helping to create a new way of living. And this person has very clear vision, or is gaining a very clear vision of how they want that to look like. This person is releasing judgment and hierarchies because he wants to see everyone as equal, and that's what he's moving towards, or he or she is moving towards, and creating again heaven on earth. So what also, which that means is like you're helping moving them and accelerating them and helping them ascend to a higher timeline of the new earth, the fifth dimension. So you're helping them, move into the fifth dimension. Wow, that's kind of amazing. Pile number 2. Wow, so that's how you're this nurturing spirit. You create the sacred space within. You create a sacred space with your love, and energetically provide this. And in that safe space, they can transform. So you yourself are like the Garden of Eden, this new earth. It's like interesting because it's like you hold this person in a nurturing, protective bubble of love, even if it's not in physical reality. It could be. I don't know if you're with this person or not, but in any case, you are the garden that allows this person to sustain and create and to build this garden. If that makes sense. And with this, okay, so now that we know how you influence this person, which is pretty freaking powerful and loving and beautiful, let's find out what they desire with you. What does this person desire with you? Pile number 2. And we have life purpose. Wow, that's so beautiful. Look at the heart space. All right. So this person, what they desire with you is life purpose. And this is pretty much about sharing a destiny with you, creating new earth with you, healing with you. This person wants to love and be loved by you. This person craves a deeper connection, a soul connection that has a shared destiny, mission, purpose. This person wants a partner who is a yin to their yang, but not just on a personal level, like on a let's change the world level, or let's create something together level. With these two doves in the world, heart-centered. This person wants you to be their soulmate, which is not really impossible because you probably are. Your soulmate or twin flame. Maybe a karmic, I don't know. I can see that, but I'm feeling like soulmate or twin flame more so. Karmic, yeah, because there's karma between you, but that's being cleared. So yeah, this person wants a shared destiny. Ah, I love it. That's so cool. All right, let me pull some cards for advice for you. Pile number 2, advice for you when it comes to your love interest. What do you need to know? Pile number 2, advice for you and your love interest. Pile number 2, advice for you. Okay. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Well, first and foremost, I'll pull more cards, but let's start here. First and foremost, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. This is talking about, with it in reverse, this is upright. In reverse, this is talking about you've been working on yourself and on your life, and maybe even on this connection for a long time. And they're actually saying the advice for you right now is to stop putting so much effort and just step back and see it grow. Let's see what grows out of it. Basically, release control. And now's the time to rest. We go through cycles, right? Work, rest, repeat. Now is the time to rest. You don't need to do anything right now because it will just hurt it more than help it. So see what is born or grows from all the effort you've put on yourself, your life, your mission, your goals, this relationship, whatever it is. Because they're saying that, okay, stop pouring love into other things that aren't you. So self-love first, because you've been working and helping others, or you've been working with others, but you've been neglecting yourself. So it's now's the time to work on you. Self-care days, but like truly deep spiritual self-care days. Of course, take care of the body, mind, heart, soul, all of that, because you haven't given yourself enough love. And now it's your turn for that. Because the more you do that, the more the happier you'll be, the more beautiful you'll be, and the more you'll align to what you want to create in this reality. Because remember, you have infinite potential. And whatever you're trying to create with this person or in your life, you will make it happen. But it has to come from a place of passivity. Remember, we were talking about you can work hard if you want to, but you don't have to. And now is definitely not the time to do so. You'll just burn yourself out. Yeah, because right now you're in a space of transformation, but it's like you have to allow yourself to transform, because it's sideways, right? You have to allow yourself to transform, death card, by resting. You keep working something, like think about gardening. If you keep pruning and you never stop pruning, the plant will die. The flower bush will die. There's a time when you have to pull back and allow what needs to grow back more beautifully and healthy. So put the shears down. Practice self-love, love on yourself, so that you can finish your transformation. You're halfway through and you're getting stuck because you're not listening to your body need for rest and your mind's need for rest, your heart's need for rest, your spirit's need for rest. One more card, please. Advice for pile number 2 when it comes to the love interest. Yeah, see? Trust. Yeah. Trust that you two are soulmates and meant to be. 2 of Cups. They're saying trust it. Trust it. With the star in reverse, they're saying it's not in alignment yet. Okay? Not quite yet. There's still some healing to do on your end and their end. But trust that it will happen after the transformation is complete. And the wonderful thing about this is that you don't have to work at it. You just have to allow. And then you'll come together when the time is right. When the transformational process is complete for the both of you. So just trust. Isn't that wonderful to know that the formula is just to love yourself, rest, and allow? That is what's going to put you in alignment with this person, and then that's what's going to bring you together in love. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, pile number 2. I hope you loved this reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Anything and everything will help this channel grow. I don't do a lot of readings, but I would if I got more views and more response, because I really want to help others. All right, have a beautiful day. Bye, pile number 2.